So here I am, back where I got the revelation at the park. And interestingly enough, there's no feathers here right now, but I literally found a feather right before I got to the areas with the trees. I just put it in my back pocket. I remember there was a bunch of feathers where this tree used to stand. You know, it was it was crazy. So the story is that I hope the wind noise isn't too getting in the way. I dealing with anxiety, and what I didn't know at the time was panic attacks. Let me throw this in my pocket. I needed to find something, man. And I kept hearing about CBD oil and all that. And the day I went to go get the CBD oil from a friend of mine who owns a shop around the way, he didn't have any. He did not have the oil. And in the spur of the moment, I said, "Fuck it, give me the CBD flower." And I was like, "Yo, I got the pipe at home. I had to go home and get my pipes." Uh, and I walked to the park. I was on the phone with my brother. Had my iPhone at the time. The pictures of the feathers that I got on that iPhone, I gotta send it to an email and put it here because the phone don't always work all the time now. It's an old iPhone. I miss that damn thing. And I don't know why I was driven to come back here to make this video, and the contrast, from when I found this out like mid-spring. It was really warm out. I had a t-shirt on, my moccasins, had a little over the shoulder sling bag on, and I came to the park. The grass you've seen underneath, it was more obviously it was more green. The leaves was on the trees. There wasn't ice on the floor like that. I knew I was gonna find a feather on the way here. So I'm on the phone with my brother, man. I'm like, man, I'm saying out loud, man, Most High forgive me. I just don't know what else to do with all this anxiety. I don't know where it's coming from. I never had this before. So I'm on the phone with him, and obviously, I smoke black and miles in a day. I used to smoke cigars, but I gave that up because we aren't supposed to do that, right? But it was like anything I had to do to have the Most High with us when we had to fight our enemies at the time, still believing in Jacob's trouble. Big Levi hadn't shown up on the scene yet. I was gonna do, but I was going through it, man, especially at night. So I light the damn thing up. Never used a pipe before. Goddamn near burnt my lungs. My chest was on fire. Cause I ain't know how to use a pipe. There's a certain way you smoke a pipe. You don't just inhale the way you do like a black or a cigarette or a blunt, whatever people use. And I'm talking to my brother, man, and I turn around, there's a feather. I say, "Hey, yo, bro, there's a feather here. I've been hearing all these people finding feathers. Yo, there's another feather. Hey, yo, bro, there's a bunch of feathers out here." I literally used to come to this area of the park all the time. And, now I feel like Levi. Is this thing recording? No, all right. Wait, no, is this thing recording? Oh, man, hold on. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay, the timer moving, it's recording. Levi. And just like that. Alright. So I'm losing my shit. I'm like, Most High, what does this mean? And I'm walking around, man. I'm just picking up feathers. There's like 4 baby feathers lined up in a row, almost in a perfect row. There's no birds here. You know what I'm saying? There's never been no birds here. Ain't no birds here now. And I am tripping. Like, yo, this ain't a sin? Is this what you telling me? Like, so I pick up the feathers. I ain't even know how many I picked up. And I tried to count it, but I lost count because I got a handful of feathers. And I'm holding this pipe at the same time. And I'm just like, yo, what the hell is this? So, man, I knew then, but I just still wasn't sure because you know how we are. Most High show you something, you still be like, I don't know. So other times I was smoking the CBD. I remember I was smoking in my backyard, and as I turned around to go up the steps, there was a little feather right there on the step in front of me. I was sitting there the whole time. I had went toward the step, but I was about to go inside. I ain't see no feather then, and I just sat down on the chairs in the backyard. I put one foot on the steps, saw a feather right in front of me, picked it up, put it in my pocket, and I'm just like, damn. Oh, by the way, when I went home, 5 plus 2, 7. I went home and counted all the feathers I got, and 25 feathers in one day. And there was more than 25 feathers out there. Those are just the ones my spirit wanted to pick up. And I just, so which leads me to, what I said in the first part. It always comes back to a girl. There was a girl I was dealing with right before COVID started. Now, I ain't never been a skirt chaser because I feel like, I think long term. Like, do I really want, if I'm going to plant my seed in this earth, do I want my seed to bear the minerals of this person's soul? And it's like, I'm not looking for perfection because, God damn it, bitch had a bad attitude. She was not perfect. She had a bad attitude at times, but after reading Shahrazad Ali's book, Black Man's Guidance and a Black Woman, she was raised to have that fucking attitude, especially with me, or any one of my ilk, my complexion. And but there was something very spiritually powerful about it. But needless to say, she was a self-complete body. And this wind blowing, turned the microwave, and telling her about the truth. It was clear that she could see, but she also was on the fence. She had questions, and she was doing yoga and using crystals. Mind you, I ain't know nothing about that shit not being wicked at the time. So I'm just like, yeah, you gotta let that go. And she's like, word, I can't use my crystals. And she's like banging them together on the phone in my ear. And I'm like really annoyed about this. Like, bitch, I'm being serious. You sitting here making ding sounds and shit. And something I laughed about much later. And one day she asked me, like, so God gonna send me to hell for smoking a little bit of weed? And I'm like, God damn, I wish she didn't ask me that. But I had to stand my ground, Like, yeah. Yeah, I ain't never get a like this in my life. And just to come and find out. So once I got those feathers, I immediately was like feeling guilty. Like, yo, is this what this is, man? And then that coming fall, Levi kind of showed up. Said there'd be no Jacob's trouble. And I thought about it, and the reason that this is so powerful for me, because I hurt one of my people. It's bigger than just her. I hurt one of my people. I disturbed their peace. Levi always say, don't disturb the peace. And Waka Flocka, if y'all know who that rapper is, on Sway in the Morning, he was like, taking somebody's joy is a crime within a crime. He right, man. That's some real grimy thing to do. Yoga, meditation. We was taught all this stuff was evil. And looking back, I'm like, how did I ever even believe that shit? Also, with this so-called virus at the time, which most of us ain't believe is real at the time. I remember us being on Big Judah channel saying, yo, it ain't even real. And he's like, well, whether it is, it ain't, it's judgment time. And I remember the soldiers going into that, the Staples Center or something like that in Philly. And the soldiers are getting ready to surround. I'm telling people, yo, we got to get ready. It's time to put our differences aside. We got to stand together. Thinking that Jacob's trouble going to come. And look, I'm ready to die, man. In the beginning, when I first got into the truth like 10 years ago, during the GOCC days, I was petrified of this day, but I had built my faith up thinking this shit was going to come, and it never came. So part of me kind of egging her to get right was thinking, we're going to need to drop all these sins because we're going to have to fight. The way they sold us Jacob's trouble was this was like the final test of faith. And that's why a lot of people cling on to it. It's not that fear, like people want to show the Most High that they believe in him. That's why a lot of people won't get rid of that Jacob's trouble, And the Most High work in mysterious ways, The mentor that I live with, or a maternal parent, brought in a little girl, foster girl, man, literally could have passed for me and this girl's daughter, the girl, in question. And I said, man, Most High, what are you about to show me? When I tell you the Most High was showing me something, the little girl was wearing the same shirt the girl I was dealing with was wearing, except it had a big gold heart on the front of it. It was a camo t-shirt, V-neck. I'll never forget it. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I said, the Most High about to show me some tragic shit. And I see where that masculine energy come from, because this Dementor attacked that little girl's femininity, her childishness, her laugh. You need to get a new laugh. You know, she see a spider in her room. Oh, shut up and go to sleep. You know, and I'm like, yo, let me find the spider. She's just trying to get attention. I'm like, man, what the, like, let her be a girl. God damn. In the morning, I'm listening to Frankie Ruiz, and she's dancing outside to it. I can hear what's going on outside. You know, I mess with Frankie Ruiz, bro. And she's like, hey, you don't even know how to dance to that. Cut it out. And I'm like, man, I turned into a Catholic again. I went, Jesus Christ. Leave the little girl alone. So, like, a lot of the issues I had with Shorty, I just let go of because I see how she became those rough edges. I see where they came from. And that's what Crimson Cure was saying. That shit ain't got nothing to do with us. The first person that attacked their femininity and hurt their heart was their mothers. She may not see it, but one day, I knew her well enough from the time we spoke to know that she not afraid of looking into the truth. She looked at every video that was against everything she was doing that I sent her, the yoga and all that. And she ain't never stopped, but she was willing to look at it and contemplate it. So I knew that this was somebody that will wake up at the end. You know, the Most High showed me as much. But it was just bad. Like it was just a bad feeling knowing that I took this stance and I was lied to. And I went and called like my barber, my man's that owned the shop where I got the CBD from, whatever. And was like, yo, I found out stuff about our culture and I was wrong. I was wrong about the weed because I was always trying to urge him to, you know, put the weed down, brother. I mean, and he said, bro, I know. And one of the common things about it, like, you know what I'm saying? He was just like, he not a Christian or nothing like that. He was like, bro, I know that you did what you did. You believed what you believed sincerely. And you did what you said out of love, you know? And I was like, yeah, I still feel like shit about it though. You know what I mean? So essentially, I called my barber, told him the same, you know. Said, yeah, I was wrong about the virus, Jacob's trouble, all that stuff. Thought these soldiers was coming. I tried to call Shorty, you know. But either that wasn't her that answered me in the text, or she got a man that answered, but I couldn't talk to her. Or maybe she thought I was trying to get back with her. And I'm just a man. You know what I mean? I ain't a perfect man. But here go the thing. And follow me. I like being right. So if I find out that I'm wrong in something, I'm not going to stand fast because I want to be right because I'm wrong. So I'm going to correct myself because I want to be in the right. I want to be in the truth always. That's my pride. To me, that's real pride. People that they prideful and they won't let go of a lie because of their pride. To me, real pride is I don't want my name stained by a lie. So I needed to correct that. And I wasn't able to get in touch with her, but I was able to talk to other people that I talked to about it and just recalibrate and just make peace with it. So when Wakandi did that video about the smoking thing, I knew the Most High said it's time for you to tell that story. The feathers are at home. I actually still got the feathers. I should have. Maybe I'll make it the thumbnail. Yeah. I'll make it the thumbnail. Ironically, I have it in a CBD oil box. And yo, they lied. Now for people that got an issue with this or want to unsubscribe, I don't really care because the Most High showed me in my spirit and he showed me in the flesh, and now this information coming out. So Yeshua said he was coming while these Christians want to be slaves to a new Christ. The real Messiah said he come that we'll have life and life more abundantly. We ain't been able to enjoy the earth. Meanwhile, the Gentiles enjoy everything. So, you know, I am not going to bite my tongue. And I say, you know, pray on it. Not to, should you go smoke, you know. Pray on it like, you know, that way you don't have to deal with somebody you know that smoke. Or you smell a little something on somebody and you got to look at them like they sinning because they not. These are the fruits of the earth. It's a seed-bearing plant. It's not a weed. Like, I might just start calling you Wakanda. Like Wakanda said, you know. And, yeah, man, our ancestors was using that peace pipe for real. These people liars, man. They liars, but I'm grateful. I'm going to sit here for a little bit. And I'm going to just, it's so strange. And it was like early afternoon, sunshine, the sun going down here now. And I'm remembering that day. And it was just like, it was the beginning of the real spell being broken, that partial awakening of the children of Israel, the Christianity illusions is gone. Every time somebody mentions something about, one of those things that I used to take a stance on, it still pricked me. It's like, I feel like maybe I ain't forgive myself for it yet. I don't like disturbing somebody's peace. It's like, if your peace get disturbed because I'm telling you the truth and you don't like it, then so be it. I'll be your enemy for telling you the truth. But when you find out that you was standing on a lie, shit, that shit hurt. Because for all the issues we got and for all the ill treatment, y'all could hide your head on the pillow for the wicked lies that black women be online telling about us, and that narcissism they got. I still am a just man. Like, I want justice, so I'm gonna be just whether you are a good person or not, or whether you're a just person or not. I ain't trying to disturb nobody's peace, man. I ain't trying to call nobody no sinner if they not sinning. You know what I mean? And Christianity made everybody the judge of everything. And here goes the kicker, man. I ain't even personally give a fuck about her smoking. I was under the film my whole life. This was supposed to be wrong. And I was like, yo, let me tell you something. If there was a scripture in the Bible that said, hey, nigga, you can't wear Timbs. If you wear Timbs, you can't make it in the kingdom. Most High up, nigga, I'm throwing my Timbs out. I was willing to do anything the Most High wanted me to do so we could get up under this white supremacy. And I told Shorty, we're going to see the fall of white supremacy in our lifetime. It's happening, but it's happening in a way that a lot of people don't even realize it's happening. But I had to share this story. Maybe it'll give me more healing, because I feel like I'm having trouble really forgiving myself for that. Or maybe it's because I ain't get a chance to talk to the chicken head. Yeah, she's a chicken head. She self-admitted she was a little ratchet. I don't care. She's a chicken head. I mean, she had a sharp tongue. According to her, even her daddy told her, you need to change how you respond to people. You talk to people real hard. You would think somebody that size would not, hey, goddamn chihuahuas. She kind of looked like a chihuahua, I ain't gonna stunt. Or more like a weasel. But I guess I wanted to make that amends. Like, for me, I gotta have that closure. Like, if I know I fucked up, I gotta get that closure, and I never got it. But this I have to do. And I'm gonna just have to carry on as a man, But yeah, man, like the lies we've been told. To end off with this point, I like to end with a point. Christianity is a religion of you ain't shit. What Christianity does is tell you that you ain't shit. And when you leave the world, so to speak, and you join the church, you go and you pray and say, oh, I'm a sinner. I used to do this, but the Lord rescued me. You never actually heal your trauma from the things you used to do. You just kind of have a chip on your shoulder. Like, you in church now, you found Jesus, and the people out there smoking the wacky tobacco, they still sinners, and you going to heaven, and they better repent. And that's what the Hebrew Catholics are about. The first stage of the Hebrew Catholics, the Hebrew Israelites, the Catholics, they ain't nothing but Christians. They ain't nothing but Christians with a blackface Jesus. It's still white Jesus. They just stopped eating pork and celebrating Christmas and shit. And you can only see that looking back in retrospect. But my hands are frozen. I got a bit of a walk back home, and I've usually been real boisterous. I still am. Like, again, if you don't like this video, you can save yourself the time about making a negative comment, because I'm going to block you and delete you. But yo, man, the truth is the truth. And the Most High going to send more knowledge about this to y'all, and it's going to be undeniable. What you're going to have now, this is what's going to happen. You're going to have the real Israelites that are following the old ways, and you're going to have the Christians. This is the final war between, the white man's Christianity and the Most High's, we're not even going to call it religion, his lifestyle, his laws. Christianity wants you to feel guilty for everything, and Christians are the most low vibrational people you'll ever meet. And I can honestly say that, even though I was a so-called Israelite at the time, that I was in low vibrations. Damn, I accidentally stopped the video. That I was in low vibrations, because Christianity only let you deal with things on the level of, don't do this, you're going to hell, and I wasn't vibrating as good as I am now, and I still got work to do. And it make you an unpleasant person to be around. So I'm letting go of all that Christianity bullshit. That's the white man's made up religion. That's not even his made up religion. That's just our text that he bastardized and defiled and said that this is God. Y'all gotta let it go, people, and y'all gotta let people live. You know what I'm saying? Even if somebody want to do something we know absolutely is sin, you gotta just let people live. We not they God. We don't know what the end of their road gonna be. You know what I mean? But man, I'm out, man. I'm gonna see if I can connect all these videos when I get in. It's cold as Hellheim in here. Man, Skull. Y'all have a good night, man.